Evening all, this is another Mr. Wickins Reads, and tonight we are going to do The Greedy Zebra, which is by Mwenye, Hadithi and Adrian. Brilliant. And tonight I'm joined by my children who want to do a shout out to children who might like this story. So here we go. Child number one, who are you shouting out to?
Hi Fiona and Jocelyn, I hope you like this story if you're watching it.
Awesome. Okay, and child number two, who are you shouting out to?
I'm shouting out to Xavier.
Awesome.
If you like this book.
And child number three, who are you shouting out to?
I'm shouting out to Jocelyn.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And child number four, this is for?
This is for Lottie.
For Lottie. That's lovely. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Fionn, Jocelyn, Xavier and Lottie. Here we go. Greedy Zebra. Ooh, don't skip any pages. Greedy Zebra. Okay, Mr. Wickins, let's read. Look at all those boring grey animals. Long, long ago, all the animals in the world were a dull, depressing colour. No coats, no horns, no spots, and no stripes. Just dull and dusty. Until one stormy day in the heart of the leafy forests of Africa, there was a great rumbling in the earth, and all of a sudden a huge cave appeared in the ground. A few of the animals crept cautiously up to this new and wonderful sight, and when the bravest of them peered into the darkness, he saw something glittering among the rocks. The cave was full of furs and skins, all glossy and new. Stepping inside, he came across horns and tails of countless shapes and sizes, and needles and threads of 1,000 different colours. Trembling with excitement, he rushed out to tell the other animals what he had seen.
Look at him in the corner.
There he is. Oh, wow. Look, they're all coming, The news spread far and wide, and soon all the animals were on their way to see the cave, running and jumping and sliding and swinging and slithering through the trees. Wow. Here they come. All that is, except one. Greedy Zebra. Greedy Zebra had never, ever stopped eating. He certainly wasn't going to give up a single mouthful for a silly old cave of any sort. Lots of time go visiting caves, mumbled Greedy Zebra, stuffing far too much grass into his bulging mouth. Plenty of time, he said. Soon, all the animals in the jungle were gathered at the mouth of the cave, waiting for Elephant to speak. Elephant was the one who knew everything, because Eagle had told him all the secrets of the spirits of the mist. He coughed pompously and addressed the gathering. It is time for you to all have coats, he said. There are all kinds of materials here, from which you may choose. You will be issued with needles by Rabbit, but there is only one needle each, so take good care of it. Now, you may go in, but no shoving and pushing, and keep in an orderly line. Wow. Meanwhile, Greedy Zebra was still eating. He went. This particular glass is so delicious. He stopped to gape at the beautiful thing in front of him. It couldn't be. But it was. Sable the antelope. And she was wearing the most glorious new coat and horns. She was wearing horns. When Greedy Zebra heard that the coat and the horns had come from the cave, he trotted off as fast as his fat little legs could carry him.
He starts like this and goes down to there.
But he couldn't resist a leaf here, or a succulent blade of grass there. Oh, and that patch was too good to pass by without one little bite. Wow. Who can you see?
Snake, squirrel, giraffe, bird, deer, bird, lion, bird.
Dear bird. From time to time, he met another and another. Who now?
Hippopotamus,
And yet another.
crocodile, thingy, bird,
Thingy?
fish, antelope,
Buffalo.
buffalo,
Buffalo,
and a deer, and a
Kudu.
koala thing. And a crocodile.
Wow.
Chameleon.
That's right. And yet another of the wonderfully clothed animals. Stopping for a last bite not far from the cave, he watched Leopard finish her sewing. Leopard, as careful as usual, had sewn the most splendid fur coat with spots all over it. Greedy Zebra could hardly believe his eyes as he watched Leopard wriggle into the perfectly fitting fur. I shall have spots like that, he said to himself, and he hurried off, eager to reach the cave. But it was a hot day, so he stopped for a cool drink at a stream, and there he came across the patch of the greenest grass he'd ever seen. Delicious, he munched, smacking his chubby lips. Back at the cave, most of the animals were leaving. Who's left?
The elephant and the rhino.
Only Rhino and Elephant were still cutting their material. They had chosen very strong grey cloth. Poor old Rhino, who was very short-sighted, had stuck his horns on any old how and was having a terrible time. He was too nervous to ask Elephant for help, because he knew that the pompous animal would only make fun of him. He had dropped his needle, and the more frantically he searched, the further into the bush he kicked it. He put on the baggy coat and shuffled off in a very bad mood. Oh, no. Just then, Greedy Zebra trotted by, with blades of grass bulging from his mouth. I shall have spots like leopard, he was saying, and horns like kudu, mane like a lion, and tail like a cheetah. I shall be the finest looking animal in the forest. And at the risk of indigestion, he gave a short gallop into the cave. Then he stopped, aghast. Like this. There was nothing left. No horns, no fine cloth, nothing. Frantically he searched through the cave, but all he could find were a few strips of black material. Forlornly, he cut them all to the same size and stitched them together. Oh, it looks very tight, he thought nervously to himself. Being such a very fat zebra, he had a terrible time squeezing into his coat. He pushed and grunted and oohed and he was inside it. But what a tight fit! It was nearly bursting at the seams around his fat tummy. He trotted down to the stream to take a quick bite of a leafy bush, and pop! His coat burst open. Pop, pop, pop! Can we have some popping, please? Pop, 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 Thank you. His tubby tummy squeezed through the seams. How the monkeys roared with laughter. Oh, to this day, his chubby stomach shines through his coat because he is so greedy. And that's the end of the Mr. Wickins Reads. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.